Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer live pop-up chat, and if you joined the chat I did just previously, it went wrong. I had technical difficulties, so I've just started again. Anyway, here we are. So this is a pop-up chat. I've got several stories that I would like to get through today, including one that, well, there's rumours and stories circulating that Prince Charles is poised to take over as Prince Regent from the Queen, obviously, within the next 18 months. So we're talking about that. We'll also be talking about the Archbishop of Canterbury, who has come to Meghan's defence. We'll be getting into that. And we'll also be talking about the slew of different stories and rumours circulating around Harry, Meghan and Archie with Thanksgiving. And if there's time, I also have a quick story about Princess Beatrice out and about tonight, I think it was actually. So I'm going to go to the chat room and see who is here. So I did have it pre-opened before I had the technical fault. So I'm going to go and find it now. Here we are, it's coming up. So I can just about see the chat room. So I don't know how many notifications will go out because of the other one kind of failed. So I imagine a lot of people will probably be watching this on catch up. That's just the way YouTube works, I am afraid. So yes, hello to those who have literally just made it in. Now, I'm going to go straight into the first story, which is that Prince Charles prepares to take on the role as Prince Regent. Heir to the throne meets his father to discuss taking control of family affairs as the Queen, 93, prepares to retire within 18 months. Okay, so this is a story, a topic, shall I say, a topic that has been widely discussed on my channel since I started doing these sorts of live chats 3 years ago now, and there has been rumours circulating since then that at some point, possibly when the Queen reaches 95, that Charles will take over as Prince Regent. Now, in theory, this could happen. However, in law, at the moment, as it stands, this cannot happen unless the law is officially changed. So, there are there are just three criteria for a regency to be evoked. So we have something in the UK called the Regency Act, which is an act of parliament. So the Regency Act is enshrined in law, basically. And we have a Regency Council. So there are only three reasons, as at the moment, currently, why there can be a regency. The first one dates back, well, it kind of goes back to when monarchs were absent. So when they're absent, that could mean they're in battle, or if it was a queen, it could be if they were giving birth, that kind of thing. So if you are kind of absent, then if you're away overseas in battle on a foreign tour, like the Queen used to go for, 6 months at a time, the Regency Council can evoke a regency. But the Queen is not absent, so we can kind of tick that one off the list. The second one is body. So if a monarch is physically incapable through illness, disease, that kind of thing, then if they are unable to perform the role, all the duties that are required, then a regency can be evoked in that circumstance. Now, the Queen, although obviously, there have been modifications made to accommodate the Queen's advancing years, she is still in incredibly good health and she is still sound of body. So that's not one that can be used. The third one is mental capacity. So if the Queen or any other monarch was to get dementia or any other kind of mental capacity, then it can be invoked then. But the Queen is perfectly sound of mind. So she's sound of mind, she's sound of body, and she is not absent. So, with those three criteria, there cannot be a regency without a change in law. Simply becoming a great age at the moment is not enshrined in law. So, for Charles to be made Prince Regent, there would have to be a change of law, which I don't think there would be a problem doing. It would have to be some kind of ambiguous words like like a fourth criteria, like if the monarch reaches a grand old age. I don't think they should define the age. I don't think they should set the age at 95, because you could encounter a monarch in the future who maybe gets to their 80s, maybe 85, and that they might feel that they are ready to effectively retire and want a regency period. So I don't think they should specify an age, but I do think they should perhaps be a bit ambiguous and say a grand old age. And of course, the Regency Council would be the ones that could kind of be the safe stop on that. So it couldn't just be, for example, a monarch feeling like, oh, I just want to retire now. The Regency Council would have to agree to that, and of course that would be enacted as an act of law. Parliament would obviously have to agree. So there we go. So I don't know if Charles went to see Philip to discuss this. That's the story that's going around. The story going around is that immediately when Charles got back or Charles and Camilla, but when Charles got back from his tour of New Zealand, that he went straight to Sandringham. Now, I do think he went to Sandringham. Obviously, that's where his father is staying. He's residing mainly at Wood Farm, which is on the Sandringham estate. And no doubt he would have actually gone to see... Oh, hello, Queen Elizabeth, the adorable. Hello, darling. I love your hat. Yes. So I do think he would have actually gone to see his father, obviously. But we do not know what was discussed. So whether he was discussing everything that's been going on with Prince Andrew, whether he's been discussing, taking over as Prince Regent when the Queen gets to 95, for that we do not know. But I just thought I would kind of go over and explain a little bit more about the Regency and the Regency Act and the Regency Council. Oh yes, wherever you are, happy Thanksgiving. Now it's still technically Wednesday here in the UK, so Thanksgiving is tomorrow on a Thursday, so I will thank you in advance, but I'll probably be online anyway tomorrow, so I'll probably get to say happy Thanksgiving to you anyway, but just in case I don't, happy Thanksgiving to anybody who celebrates it. Kathy says, hello, live and in person. I hope the Queen will retire and enjoy herself. It's time for Charles to take over the major duties. Queen Elizabeth the Adorable is finally here. What do you think, Queen Elizabeth? What do you think about Charles taking over when you reach 95? Alicia says, is Meghan pregnant? We'll get to that. We'll get to is Meghan pregnant in a little bit. Hang on. Just wait a second. Do we have baby news? We'll get to the baby news. Oh yes, the tiara. It's Meghan's wedding tiara, the Queen Mary diamond bandeau. And look how sparkly it is. Yes, I am wearing Meghan's tiara. Just seen that question. Queen Elizabeth the Adorable says, thank you for the compliment. You are more than welcome, Queen Elizabeth. Right, I know you all want to talk about the baby, don't you? Oh, Queen Elizabeth said, oh, good and gracious, there's another child on the way. Right, well, we'll get to that. Hang on. Let me just, oh, Queen Elizabeth also says, oh dear, I do hope Charles will be fine with the duties, but people are still looking forward to the Platinum Jubilee. Of course, right, Meghan, hang on, with the baby. So this is an article. We don't know if Meghan's pregnant. I will say that right at the start. So the article says, will Meghan Markle, now again, we're dealing with the Markle word. I will accept Duchess Meghan. I'll even accept just Meghan on its own. Duchess of Sussex is more than fine. But obviously, the Meghan Markle, still? My goodness. Right. I mean, ma'am. Really? Meghan Markle? Ma'am. Don't even start, ma'am. Right, anyway, so will Meghan Markle and Prince Harry welcome their second child in LA? Well, is she about to give birth? I mean, she didn't look 9 months pregnant to me. Anyway, is she going to welcome, or are they going to welcome their second child in LA to combat the Duchess's loneliness? OK Magazine speculates. Okay, Prince Harry, 35, and Meghan Markle, 38, could welcome second child in LA. Really? I mean, okay, technically they could. But I just think this whole story, again, is just kind of jumping on that bandwagon. They are on currently on their 6 weeks kind of extended break, and we don't need to get into the whys and what fors about why they're on the extended break. But they are on the extended break, and again, this is just as I predicted. It's a replay of the summer. It's a replay of the summer silly season 2019, where Harry and Meghan were obviously on their summer holidays, and we got a slew of stories because they were a little bit more absent. And obviously, those stories were playing to the different narratives, and you know the deal. So, I think this is another one of those stories. I hoped that they would get a chance to get away from all of the press stories and all of the speculation and all of that business. But it seems, kind of as I feared, that they're not. I mean, a 6 week break is giving them a bit more headspace, but it's not actually giving them a break from this sort of stuff. So no, as far as we are aware, Meghan is not pregnant. I mean, obviously, Meghan announced her pregnancy with Archie at the first trimester. So, technically, we will likely know if Meghan is pregnant at the first trimester, so after 3 months. With Catherine, it's always different. We always know literally probably within a couple of weeks of her being pregnant, maybe even the week of her becoming pregnant, because she has that terrible morning sickness. But with Meghan, it has been with Archie 3 months. So unless she is approaching the 3 month stage, I wouldn't expect any kind of baby announcement yet. However, on saying that, we do not know. I know ever since Archie was born, there has been even more speculation as to, is Meghan pregnant? Is she not pregnant? Whatever. So we don't actually know. But anyway, the article goes on. The couple could announce a sibling for Archie 6 months as early as February. So if you believe OK Magazine, then the announcement will be February. I mean, we really don't know. And obviously, they are speculating that they are keen to deliver their second child in LA after giving birth. So far, from her friends and family, she was said to leave the American-born actress feeling lonely and uncomfortable, and that is a direct quote. I mean, again, yes, I do think that it must have been, it's never nice to be in a brand new country, doing something like giving birth. However, she had Harry, her mother was around her, and I do believe that she was visited by friends. So I don't think she would have been completely lonely. I think this is all just kind of speculation to kind of whip up a bit more of a storm. So I'm going to go to the chat room and I'm going to zoom all the way down to the bottom and kind of see what people are saying. Gregory C says, I agree. People need to start calling her Meghan and drop the Markle. Ma'am, really? Miriam says, if the Cambridges want another baby, lovely. Sharona says, just to confirm, Meghan's name is her married name, HR Meghan Sussex. So, not technically, no. Her name, if you want to drill down even deeper, she's technically Her Royal Highness the Princess Harry, blah blah blah, the Duchess of Sussex. So no. Sophie isn't technically Sophie Wessex either. The only people that use their titular designation are divorced members of the royal family, like Diana, Princess of Wales, or Sarah, Duchess of York. That is a divorced style. So no, I mean, Meghan's official title, really, that she's addressed as, should be Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. That's the one that she is addressed to, for example, on invitations and and that kind of thing, for formal events, obviously. Do I have the Oriental circlet tiara? I do. Well, I have one over there, which I may wear at some point. Soul Cage says, I don't want the Queen to step down. She's a wonderful monarch, the only one I've ever known. Long live the Queen. I concur. She's the only one I've ever known too. Miriam says, the American-born actress, the American-born duchess, the American-born princess. Yes, they have to get in, don't they? The American-born whatever. Queen Elizabeth says, exactly, why do people still use Middleton and Markle? They're not anymore, indeed. Let's go up again. Queen Elizabeth the Adorable says, people have said that the Duchess of Cambridge is going to have a fourth child. Well, people have said it. I think I've said it at some point, but we don't know. We don't know for sure if Catherine is going to go for child number 4, but I have a hunch. I just have a hunch that she's not quite done. Personally, I think she may, and towards maybe the latter part of 2020, maybe we'll see some kind of announcement. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking with her usual timescales, time gaps in between children, I'm thinking maybe mid to late 2020 for some kind of an announcement from Catherine, but we don't know. I mean, I am just speculating there. Reverend Darlene says, thank you. I just watched them say Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Oh, it got me mad. Don't get me started, ma'am. I don't care if they say Harry and Meghan, but call him Prince Harry and just Meghan Markle. They are married. Yes, I totally, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. Hannah says, I would love to hear about Charles. What would British people think about this big change? Well, if you've just joined, I already spoke about Charles in the very first part of this chat, but you've asked me a new question, and the new part of that question is, what would British people think about the change? I think there has been a slow handover of power and duties anyway, behind the scenes and in public. We've seen Charles a lot more visible, being a lot more king-like, a lot more. Yeah, he's presented himself a lot more of a monarch, much more of a monarch, and of course Camilla as queen over the past 8, 9, 10 years. So this kind of slow handover has been going on. I think it would be kind of like news for a day, and then people would just get on with it. I actually don't think that people would mind the Queen having effectively a retirement. I really don't. I think people would be, you know what, you're 93, you've been monarch all these years, just go and enjoy yourself. I really do. Let Charles do it. I actually think people would be very supportive. Lauren says, I still can't believe it's been 2 years since their engagement. Exactly. Oh yes, they released a new photograph. I did make a video on that. So they released a new photograph to celebrate their anniversary, their engagement announcement anniversary, not the actual wedding anniversary. And that was lovely. It was really lovely to see a photo. My only concern with posting like an intimate photo like that on the period when they're having a 6 weeks break is how the media is going to interpret it. And it's not something that should be happening. It's not something that I should be sat here even having a concern over, but I do have a concern about how the media is going to take them posting an intimate photo when they're on a break. Now, I don't think that is fair at all, because they should be able to post whatever they want to post whenever they want to post it. And the press, even when they've been on this break, have still been coming up with all these stories, which is what I've just gone through. However, I think that the press, knowing what they're like, and you know it's true, I think the press will see them posting an intimate photo and interpret that as a kind of invite to post even more stories about them when they're on this extended break. And the one thing that I really wanted for them was to get a break from the press. And I just don't know how the press is going to interpret that. It shouldn't be an issue. It really shouldn't be an issue. I shouldn't be sat here having that as a concern. But I do have that as a concern. So let me know what you think. What do you think the media will interpret it as? Let me know your thoughts on it. But as soon as they posted it, I thought, do you know what? It's lovely. I really loved seeing that photo. It was beautiful to mark the occasion. But my mind immediately went to, oh my God, are the press going to see that as a justification for kind of stepping in and intruding on this extended break, even though they've already kind of done that anyway. But will they see that as a green light to do it even more? That was my concern, so I hope you understand my concern. Stephanie A. Dory says, the crown on your head is beautiful and shimmering. It is indeed. It's always been this shimmery, but you've probably not noticed. Queen Elizabeth the Adorable says, too many rumours for the Duchess to handle. Oh my goodness. Indeed. Let me go down to the bottom, because I want to see what people are saying. Oh, Queen Elizabeth again says, I heard a lot of YouTubers said that one should take over one of your live streams to make an appearance for a Christmas special. Oh, maybe you should, Mom. Yes. I think you should. Oh, Elderly Poodle stopped chopping celery to join in. That's an accolade, I have to say. Melanie Smith says, I couldn't care less what the media think. They're going to go after them anyway. That was another one of my thoughts as well. Quite a few thoughts went through my mind. Nashia says, I'm tired of the media and their lies. I'm tired of the royals having to bend over for them. It's time that it stops. And Live, Love and Laugh says, when has anything ever stopped the press? Marilyn says, can't base their lives on what the media thinks. So tired of this angle. At WKNH says, who said they are on a break from duty? Because I don't remember them confirming. Also, they have been working. I don't think that, I said this before, I don't think they'll stop behind the scenes. However, they have kind of, cleared this 6 weeks. And, they have cleared this kind of 6 week period. They are having this break. Of course, they're not going to make, they're not going to take a full page advert out in the newspaper to advertise it, but that's what they're doing at the moment. I do think that they will carry on working behind the scenes. However, I kind of almost want them to just take the time for themselves, really. Queen Elizabeth says, maybe I should top my father Christmas hat, the one that you're going to wear to the live stream with a tiara. I think you should, ma'am. Sarah says it's their anniversary. They've always been intimate and they've the right to celebrate their union. They do. I agree. Marilyn says it sounds like that Harry and Meghan should... Oh, I think that Harry and Meghan should toe to the media. How sad. No, that's totally not what I'm saying at all. I was happy to see the photograph. But I was sad, like you're sad, that my mind kind of went to how is the media going to interpret it? And it's a really sad state of affairs that is the way that I kind of thought. And I kind of thought that because I know what the British media are like. I've lived here all my life. I know the way that they think, and I thought that I think that they may interpret that as being a bit of an open invite to justify intruding even more on this break when they don't need to. I hoped from the start that they would just leave them alone for the whole 6 weeks. I knew that probably wasn't going to happen, but I really, really hoped that they would get a break from the press. I don't think Harry and Meghan need a break from royal duties at all. I think they are smashing all the royal duties. They are coming up with amazing projects. They are doing really, really good work. They don't need a break from the work. What they need a break from is the press. Um, and and I hoped that the press was going to give them this break. And I worry that that hasn't happened. They haven't given them a break, as I've just explored with the previous stories about the Thanksgiving and the baby and all of that business. But I just think that they might go in even deeper because of how they might interpret that, almost like a welcome in to do it, because I know how they think. And I agree with you 100%. That is sad. Monroe Taylor says, yes, I did too, and I bet the Duke and his wife thought the same. Jill Beck, oh no, hang on. Queen Elizabeth said, one is so glad that you think thoughtfully of one. Marilyn says, but who cares what they think? They have a right to live their lives. I agree. I totally agree. I am not disagreeing with you at all. Reverend Darlene says, Duchess Meghan just wrote a powerful message about education. Ooh, what, just? As in just in news? Let me just have a look. On Instagram, I'm still seeing the same photograph of the engagement photo. Where have you just seen a message? Nashia says, British media are the worst in the world. Now let me just... No, I can't. I thought I saw something then, but I didn't. No. Red Amalgam says, I know you're right, but it's insane that anyone would try to police a break that they chose to go on. Maybe some under the impression they were forced to go on a break. I agree, and no, I don't think they weren't forced to go on a break. I think they chose to go on it, but the reasons for choosing to go on it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have been. They shouldn't have had to have had this break, is what I'm trying to say. They shouldn't have been in the position where they had to have this break, because ultimately, they probably aren't doing engagements that they would have done, so charities aren't getting, the exposure that they would have gotten. So, and we all know whose fault, who is to blame for that, and it's not Harry and Meghan. Aurora Rose says, I have been familiar with someone celebrating an engagement anniversary, plus the posting opens the couple to unnecessary scrutiny. Again, that was one of my concerns. Ellie Poodle says, I'm in love with the username. Sheep what? Sheep may safely graze here. Yes, I love that one. Stephanie, speaking to Rosemary, says, I think you are completely rude. I absolutely love the royals, and you have taken my statement the wrong way. I just read an article that stated they were staying in London for Thanksgiving. Oh, we don't know where Harry and Meghan are staying for Thanksgiving. We don't know if Doria's flown into the UK. We don't know. We don't know if they've gone out. We really do not know. Reverend Darlene says, yes, big time about the break. Yes, totally. Nancy says, I love your lighting today. Your tiara sparkles beautifully. Doesn't it just? Look. This is probably my most sparkly tiara that I own. You can't see in front of me, but the beads of light from the sparkles are absolutely amazing. Can you see? Just get a load of that. It's really sparkly. I just thought I'd show you, because it is kind of stunning. How am I today? I am fine, thank you. Although I think I do feel a little bit of a cold coming on, but I'm not quite sure. LD Twin says, yikes, my retinas. Yes, it's blinding. I can bedazzle people, can't I? Shall I dazzle the press with my tiara? I think I should. Isis Star says, wow. Really says, where did you get this one? Was Amazon. There are two, I think, on Amazon. There's a cheap one and a more expensive one, and this was a gift, and it was the more expensive one. Karen Johnson says, nobody cares what the press thinks. They wrote about Meghan the entire time she was on maternity leave and was not seen at all. I agree. I totally agree with you, and I hoped that this period would be different. But hey, I kind of knew it wouldn't. Rosie Chaplet says, sparkly and shiny. It is indeed. Oh, now, I did say I'd speak about Princess Beatrice before I popped off, didn't I? So, Princess Beatrice. Now, let me just post the link to the photos. Again, you can choose to look or not. I will put this link on in the description box on Catch Up, so that you can see. Yes, I am slightly congested. Now, Princess Beatrice puts on a brave face as she attends Christmas Carol concert with her fiancé, Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi. Now, it is that time of year. It's coming up to Christmas. It's coming up to December. Personally, I don't really do any Christmassy stuff until it's actually December. My Christmas tree will not go up until the first week of December. But Christmas Carol concerts are happening, and Princess Beatrice has been out with her fiancé, and you can clearly see in the photographs that she is out and looking rather good, despite everything what's going on within the York family at the moment regarding her father. She's out and about and just carrying on with daily life. So, you know, there you go. A happy, smiling Princess Beatrice putting on a brave face. But there we go. If you want to see those photographs, please do. I'm not quite sure who the designer is that she's wearing. I don't even think it particularly says. But yes, it was a Christmas Carol concert at St James's Church, London. And there you go. Please let me know. Are you going to any Christmas Carol concerts? Do you go to any Christmas Carol concerts? Elizabeth Regina is on. Oh, hang on. Let me just get to Elizabeth Regina. Hang on just a second. There we go. Right. I've done it. Elizabeth Regina, you have been upgraded. Let's give you a golden fan flap. There we go. Right. Do I still have the Amazon wishlist? Yes, but I desperately need to update it. So, yes, I do. Red Amalgam says, sad we haven't seen Meghan in a tiara since her wedding. I know she had a chance last year for a state dinner, but she and Harry attended a memorial of one of her best friends who sadly passed. Yes, obviously with the Trump state visit, there was an opportunity, but Harry and Meghan both did not attend. I would love to see Meghan wearing a tiara again. You know that I would, but I'm not entirely sure when the next occasion would be, because I'm not entirely sure when the next state banquet is, or who it's with, or even if it's been announced yet. So I will have to do some digging to see if we have one coming up. Colette says, hello, happy Thanksgiving to my favourite man in the UK. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone who is celebrating it Thursday. Hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving Day from Colette in Indiana. Thank you. I mean, obviously the UK doesn't do Thanksgiving, but I do think that I think last year I said to everyone in a Thanksgiving Day live chat that I thought that it doesn't matter what country you're from, it's just a day to be thankful. So think of something that you have in your life to be thankful for. It could be friends, family. Just think of something that you have to be thankful for. Oh yes, there was also rumours about Meghan cooking Thanksgiving dinner, which of course is just another wild stab in the dark, because as we know, Meghan loves to cook. I'm going to sneeze. Bless me. There you go, gesundheit. So, I've been doing this all day. Anyway, so we know that Meghan absolutely loves to cook. So, it is no stretch of the imagination to write a story saying that Meghan is likely to be cooking Thanksgiving. I've got Christmas on the brain. Thanksgiving dinner. probably with Mother Doria. So yes, I think it's more than likely that Meghan will be cooking Thanksgiving dinner. However, I must say we do not know for sure, but I think it's not without the realms of possibility that Meghan could be cooking dinner. There we go. Big story, I know. Thank you for all the bless yous. Oh, Rosie says, God bless you. My first turkey, I roasted the turkey legs for hubby. Oh, yum. Will I be watching How the Grinch... Oh, I love How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's one of my favourites. LD Poodle says, yes, I'm thankful for our royal reviewer. Am I expecting a post from the Sussex Royal Instagram account for Thanksgiving tomorrow? I think they probably will. And again, you know, the press. What will they do? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yes, I probably think they will post a Thanksgiving post. I know people would love to see a family photo around the table, but I don't think we'll be getting that. But I think perhaps a Thanksgiving message is likely. When do I start decorating my home for Christmas? The first week of December. Although technically you aren't supposed to. I mean, technically I think you're supposed to put up your decorations on Christmas Eve and then keep them up for the 12 days of Christmas. Oh yes, Aurora Rose, you are correct. You are correct. The NATO State Banquet, December the 3rd. You are correct. Well done. I'll give you a fan clap for that one. There we go. Thank you. Do I know how many tiaras the Queen owns? No, because we weren't even aware of some of the ones that have come out in recent years. For example, I mean, we knew that this one existed, but we hadn't seen it for a very long time. I don't think I was even aware of Princess Eugenie's wedding tiara, but that still came out, so there we go. I bet there are some that probably have not been seen for a very long time. Parmalee Stevens, I will probably just try and push through the cold. Yes, I would love to see all the glittering tiaras again. Thank you, Lisa. Right, I'm going to go now and have some honey and lemon or something, some Old Boss oil, that kind of thing. So, I will be on tomorrow, hopefully, to say Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. It's still Wednesday here in the UK, but if I don't, for any kind of reason, I wish you all an amazing Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, just think of something to be thankful for on the day. Anything. Just think, we all have something that we can be thankful for. So that's my wish for Thanksgiving. So if you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media, and also do hit that bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. Also, please do make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. So from me in Shropshire, mwah to you all, and goodbye.